E-waste is also known as electronic waste, refers to discarded or unwanted electronic devices that are no longer useful or have reached the end of their life cycle. These include items such as computers, smartphones, televisions, laptops, printers, and other electronic devices. E-waste is one of the fastest growing waste streams in the world. It poses significant risk to our health and environment. As shown on the screen, we can see the adverse increase of e-waste from 2020 to 2030. There are many impacts of e-waste, but our main focus for today are pollution, increase in cancer probability, child labor, and climate change. For pollution, I'm going to explain about air and water pollution. Air pollution is a serious problem that affects our health and the environment. When e-waste is not disposed of properly, it can release toxic chemicals into the air, which can cause harm to people and the planet. The main way that e-waste pollutes the air is through burning. When e-waste is burned, it releases harmful particles and gases into the air. Open dumping is also a major problem. When e-waste is dumped in open space or landfills, it can leach toxic chemicals into the soil and groundwater. These chemicals can then be released into the air through the volatilization and wind-blown particles. Next, water pollution. Water pollution is caused by runoff. When heavy rainfall happens, the toxic chemical will run off from the e-waste storage sites into the nearby waterway. That will contaminate the water surface. When you drink water from a polluted sources, you may be exposed to these harmful chemicals and can affect your health. The second impact is increase in cancer probability. E-waste contains many harmful chemicals like lead, mercury, and cadmium, which are known to cause cancer and other serious health problems. When people are exposed to these chemicals over a long period of time, it can increase their risk of developing certain types of cancer. For example, exposure to lead has been linked to an increased risk of kidney cancer, while exposure to mercury has been associated with an increased risk of lung and brain cancer. Next is child labor. Many children are forced to work in very dangerous conditions to dismantle and process this electronic waste. This is a big problem in many countries, especially in Africa. Children as young as 5 or 6 years old are sent to work in these e-waste recycling facilities where they are exposed to harmful substances. These substances are toxic and can cause serious health problems such as cancer or even death. The children who work in these facilities are often paid very little or no money at all, and they work long hours in a poor condition. They are also often subjected to physical labor, which can be very tiring. They may also suffer from injuries such as cuts and burns while working with sharp objects and toxic materials. Lastly is climate change. E-waste is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emission, primarily due to its production, disposal, and recycling processes. The manufacturing of e-waste devices requires a significant amount of energy, which is often generated by burning fossil fuels, resulting in carbon dioxide emissions. The devices themselves consume energy, which adds to the overall greenhouse gas emission. The recycling steps. The first one is the collection. E-waste is collected from various sources including household, industries, and government facilities. Second is sorting. E-waste is sorted based on its type, materials, composition, and functionality. Third is disassembly. It is disassembled to extract components such as copper, gold, silver, and other precious metals. Fourth, shredding. It is shredded into smaller pieces to facilitate the separation of materials. Fifth, materials are separated based on their properties such as density, conductivity, and magnetism. Lastly is treatment. Chemical and heat may be used to remove contaminants and separate materials.